Brad, the one thing that we've talked about so much this offseason has been, and rightfully so, the AFC. Not just the AFC West, but the AFC as a whole. There's a lot of quarterback talent there, a lot of young talent. If you swing over to the NFC, we got teams like the Cowboys, the Packers, the Bucks, the Rams, all division winners last year, all expected to get back in the playoffs, with maybe Philadelphia and the Cardinals having playoff expectations in there too. But it's clear that the NFC is much more top-heavy than the AFC is right now. Is there any team that you look at what they did this offseason, or maybe just the trajectory of what they've built over the last couple of years, that you look at in the NFC and say, not getting enough attention and could sneak into the playoffs and surprise people this year in the NFC?
Yeah, I would caveat and say I don't think either team is a true contender, but I think the Minnesota Vikings are a playoff football team. I think you could probably make the argument they should have torn things down and not tried to be a playoff football team and sneak in as a wild card and probably lose in the first round, maybe, win one game. But I view them as that. I think they're a 9-10 win football team that maybe surprised us on wild card weekend, and that's probably where the journey ends. And then I mentioned this on this show, and I think Washington is under the radar. I mean, they are a good football team, again, on paper.
Yes.
You obviously need to see it on Sundays. But, I think the Carson Wentz narrative has gone a bit too far. He is not a world beater, but compared to Taylor Heineke and the corpse of Alex Smith, he is a significant upgrade at quarterback for Washington. They have a good offensive line. They have good weapons. The defense vastly underperformed last year. And Chase Young sounds like he's not going to be ready for week one, but will be back eventually. I just think they're a wild card team on paper, not even if everything goes right, just as kind of some things break their way.
Oh, boy. Well, Nick and I are in Washington. I just saw a picture of training camp. There was all of 3 fans there, so I don't know. I don't know what to make of this.